Michael, what do you make of that missile firing, of that test missile?
Well, I think, Melissa, what the Trump administration is trying to do, first of all, is to say we're different from the team that you just were dealing with, the Obama administration. We're not afraid to put pressure on you right from the beginning. We're going to launch missiles. We've got an aircraft carrier going up your way. We've got a ballistic missile submarine there. So whatever you decide to do, just remember we've got enough force that we can respond, number one. Number two, if we do decide, I think this is what the Trump people are trying to say, if we do decide to go into negotiations with you, it's going to be from a position of strength, not of weakness.
Bruce Klingner is former CIA Deputy Director and a Senior Fellow at the Heritage Foundation, and he is with us now. So, Bruce, let me ask you, how do you think that North Korea is likely to respond to that test? We are, after all, it seems, not dealing with a rational person anyway.
Well, we know North Korea is going to do a nuclear test. We know it's going to eventually test its ICBM. We just don't know when. There's often an overemphasis on linking it to some anniversary. But we know they'll test. In my discussions with administration officials, the parameters of the policy for North Korea are in increased pressure, sanctions, targeted financial measures, no longer pulling our punches on enforcing U.S. law, leaving the door open for diplomacy but not rushing back to negotiations. That said, that seems to be a bit out of sync with the public messaging, which seems to be much more suggestive of a U.S. unilateral preemptive attack.
Yeah, Michael, I mean, that is the signal it feels like the U.S. is sending, a very strong message about, you know, we're willing to strike if this is not resolved. There's a danger in that, of course, right?
There is. I think it's part of the administration's approach, though, especially after Syria, to say, look, we're unpredictable, and you don't know exactly what we're going to do, partly because we may just decide on the spur of the moment to act in ways that would be very harmful to you. I agree with everything that Bruce said. I mean, there's a lot of homework that this administration is doing to clean up the gaps that the last administration left, including serious enforcement of sanctions, things that are already on the books as our law, such as the secondary sanctions. But the real message is being sent to Pyongyang and to Beijing. It's trying to say you can't pretend that the United States now is going to just wait and revert to form and always expect that we're just going to be negotiating.
Yeah. Bruce, I mean, the narrative that seems to be out there on this situation is we're dealing with basically one crazy guy, you know, that his own advisors are afraid to tell him the truth because they're afraid for their lives. I mean, they see what he's done to members of his own family. How does that change the strategy if it's about one main person?
Well, the danger is with the rhetoric on both sides, as well as South Korea talking about necessity of preemptive strikes if necessary, is you have all three militaries in close proximity to each other. You can have incidents which go from tactical to strategic in the blink of an eye. The more North Korea brags and demonstrates its nuclear and missile capabilities, the more that the allies may feel necessary to lean further forward in doing a preemptive strike. We also have the Trump administration saying that they may feel necessary to have a military option if North Korea simply demonstrates a technological capability that we deem to be a threat.
Yeah, that's a lot there. Gentlemen, thanks to both of you.